Welcome everyone, I'm Jordan Sharp. As we head into another night of NBA action, it's time for me to release my NBA picks of the day, this time for the Eastern Conference Finals. Game number 1 between the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Atlanta Hawks, and the Hawks are a home 1-point favorite in this one. Total of 197 points. And we'll start it off with the spread here. Low spread, obviously, in favor of the Hawks, but if you look back and you're someone who likes to take into account all these things, the Hawks won the regular season series against the Cleveland Cavaliers. However, LeBron James didn't play in one of those games. But Atlanta did win the most recent one back at the beginning of March, 106-97. Now, if they can hold serve and give Cleveland a run for their money in this series, it's going to be very difficult, I think, for the Cavs to win this series, despite the fact that I think they will. I think the Hawks are actually the play here at -1 in game number 1. We saw the Rockets come out on the road last night, really gave it to the Golden State Warriors in the first half until Warriors woke up and took care of the game in the second half. But I think the Hawks are going to come out swinging against the Cleveland Cavaliers, give them a lot of adversity here early on in this game to see if they can handle it. And on the road, Cleveland, even though they have the best player in the world and Kyrie Irving feeling a lot healthier, they don't have a whole lot of help elsewhere. And the Cavs won't be able to stop everyone from the Atlanta Hawks, and I think that's going to be evident here in game number 1. I think the Hawks win it. I don't think they win the series, though, but go ahead and lay the point here with Atlanta. Next one I have for you is the total pick at 197 points, and much like I said, looking back at the regular season, if we're going to take that into account, the overcash for these two teams in 3 of their 4 meetings this season, only one of which that did not cash the over is their most recent meeting against one another that I just quoted back in March. However, that one was extremely close, as well as only a couple points off, so it could have been that all 4 of the games between these two teams went over, and 6 of the last 7, if you date back to last season, pre-LeBron James in Cleveland, the over has also cashed in 6 of the last 7 here against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And I think the over probably is going to continue to trend just for the beginning of the series here. As we've talked about before, especially these Eastern Conference teams, the totals tend to die down a little bit as the series goes on, and these two teams get a little bit more affected by one another's defense. But I think as we start off the series, even though both teams have some rest, I think we're just going to see some quicker paced offense that I think both of the teams were a little bit used to in the earlier rounds. So if the pace is there, I think the over is definitely going to be there as well at 197. I don't think you're going to have any trouble with the Hawks scoring on the Cavs defense in this one, and I doubt the Cavs are going to have a whole lot of trouble even on the road scoring against the Atlanta Hawks defense. So I'm going to go over 197 here, add that to Hawks -1. Those are your NBA picks of the day. I'm 34, 21, and 2 on the NBA season. So let's see if we can keep up the trends here going for us here in the NBA playoffs. So that'll do it from this time. But make sure you check back tomorrow. But until then, I'm Jordan Sharp, and this has been another edition of the Sharp Pick.